It's 2 months down, 2 months into 2026, February, I don't know. And as usual, Kanyika Kedu did not disappoint. A lot of stories trended in the just ended month of February. With a lot of trending stories, including Malloti shooting herself in the foot. Two kawarungu wari kuexpecta kuti vakubhadhare. Who does that? Chatunga akabuda hombe South Africa and is currently in custody, accused of attempted murder in the same month that Passion Java finally confirmed that akagara tichiziva kuti akangwangurwa nemukadzi. Iye anoti kungwangurwa kusungwa, but isu tinoti kungwangurwa kurambwa nemukadzi sezvaakaita. Passion Java prophesied kuti gore rino igore rekungwangurwa kwevanhu, igore rekusungwa. Isusu we say that is not a prophecy because hakuna gore rinopera kusina kusungwa munhu. Saka that is not a prophecy. What he should have seen coming is kungwangurwa kwake nemukadzi. Of course he saw that coming. He knew that all along, and he was just trying to be complicated in his usual manners. Mnangagwa's blue-eyed boy, Jenfan Muskwere, became red-eyed, demoted in this month of February. In the same month, Gift Amuli na First Farai wakasungisana. Mumwedzi umwe chete watakarasikirwa nemurume anonzi Blessed Geza. Murume umwe chete angasara muZimbabwe is no more. It looks like vanhu anonzi vana Blessed, they are not a blessing to the government at all. Another Blessed, this time Mhlanga, was also a thorn in the government's backside with his speech at the Geneva Human Rights Convention. A lot of stuff that made good viewing happened in February. A lot of stuff that made good viewing. Good viewing. I don't know what you make of it, whether it was good viewing or not. I will leave that to you to judge. But all we know was the viewing was restricted to viewing once. So this edition of the top 10 trending stories of February should also make good viewing. I know it will make good viewing because we always bring you good viewing. However, we don't restrict your viewing to viewing once. Please view as much as you can. Of course, you can view once, but once you view, please don't forget to share, subscribe, and to like. Let's dive right into it. Trending at number 10 this February is the event that came on the very last day of the month. That's why it's probably trending at number 10. It came on the very last day of the month, on the 28th of February. It's all about the 24th Nama, held under the theme Fearless Creativity. The Namas, as we all know, have never been short of controversy over the years. And this year too, controversy still followed the awards. We tend to concentrate on the negatives all the time because that is where the talking points are, isn't it? Yes, but that's nothing to talk about. What was on people's lips were the awards which they deemed to have gone to the wrong recipients. Where do we? Let me ask this question. Musambo we Sungura, say usna recognition, yet Sungura has a huge following. The top two most followed genres in Zimbabwe right now are Sungura and Zim Dancehall. Sungura and Zim Dancehall, ndo ziri kupisa. It is debatable kuti which one is on top of the other. But what is not debatable is Sungura and Zim dancehall are the top two genres. On Zim hip hop and others, well, they come way, way, way after Sungura and Zim dancehall. But on such occasions, where we are meant to celebrate the best of Zimbabwean art, Seiko Sungura Singawanikwe. Huh? There was not even a single nomination, not even a single nomination of a Sungura artist. And there were no Sungura performances. No Sungura performances whatsoever during the breaks. We saw a lot of artists being given slots, Baba Harare, all the other Zim dancehall guys and Zim hip hop. But why no Sungura? Why no Sungura? Even my dance awards. Anama Juice, Nakariba. Huh? Say what's going on Pakada River. Say the likes of Slow-Mo. Say what's going on Slow-Mo, I don't know pera, American pera. But Slow-Mo has been around for ages and he's been doing his stuff for ages. But nakana bonanzo nama kana. And tell me in the comment section if there's any better dancer than Slow-Mo. I'm talking of Franco Daka. Anywhere in Zimbabwe. We also had the likes of Manyowa. Manyowa was a brilliant dancer, but no recognition at all. That's why I paid up, no recognition at all. Why? Sungura, is it excluded from the awards? Is it not part of Zimbabwean music? Of course, it is part of Zimbabwean music, and it's actually one of the biggest genres, if not the biggest genre in Zimbabwean music. But no recognition at all. It is so baffling. Song of the Year went to Nadia Too Much. When too much was expected of Rujowa to take the crown, the Song of the Year went to Nadia Too Much when too much was expected of Rujowa to take the crown. Rujowa, of course, no need to mention Kundiana Gaimba because we know it's Jah Preza. We expected Jah Preza to win it easily. Then Comic Elder drove his Raptor to the HICC, hoping to drive an AMA award back. But Comic Elder was as shocked as we were when the president gave him a $100,000 car just for clowning. Then the joke of the year. This is the joke of the year. Joke of the year. Text the cake as the joke of the year. Outstanding music video. Wow. Unbelievable. Outstanding music video went to Winky D's Fake Love. Sure, a video by ChatGPT prompts. A video made by ChatGPT prompts, winning it over videos made by real people. Surely, how can you put robots and humans in the same category? How? How do you do that? It's a brilliant video, of course, Atirambi. But it's fake. As in the title of the video, it's fake. You don't need to go beyond the title of the video to know that it's a fake video. It's AI. It's artificial intelligence, generated by artificial intelligence. This is not how Winky D looks. He doesn't look like this, does he? Might as well have taken this video. Yeah, might as well have taken this video and given it the award, because that's the video of the year. Because what's the difference? Tell me, is there a difference between this and this? Because they are both not real. They're not made by real people. This is artificial intelligence. You cannot put them in the same category. You can't put in the same category something that was made by AI and something made by humans. Please, let's reward human creativity, please. There's nothing creative about asking ChatGPT to write you a prompt which you intend input into another AI app, and boom, you got a video. Anyone can do that, but not anyone can go out there and shoot a proper video like what Marijani Media does, like what Blacks does, like what SAP videos, like what they do. Please, this is proper nonsense, proper joke. Trending at number 9. On the 19th of February, the H Metro reported the case. Yes. Commonwealth one on the case. So what I am saying is the H Metro reported the case Muimbi Wemsambo Esungura Gift Case Amuli. Yes, Case is his nickname, Gift Amuli. Uyanozikana ne hit song yake wa Matuka. Agasungwa nenyaya yokutuka vamwe. Yeah, that's right. Akaimba kuti wa Matuka. Azidiya kufamba achituka wena akusungwa nekutuka vamwe. Muimbi weruyo wa Matuka akatuka mwake First Farai, calling him a thief, mbava, isela, on various social media sites. Amuli used social media to attack First Farai, Mairanema Ariechema, Yeparu Furwasifas Mashaka Namugorera 2011. The allegations which First Farai has repeatedly refuted were first raised by Wasaya Chipanga. The allegations which First Farai has repeatedly refuted were first raised by Wasaya Chipanga. Did you see what I just done there? And after weeks of being publicly ridiculed by Amuli, First Farai Agatino, enough is enough, and he filed a complaint with the police, leading to his arrest. Amuli was bailed, and I'm sure we know normal bail conditions restrict the accused from interfering with the complainant. But Takazoana Arese, Wasanganiswa na promoter on shippers, well, presumably to bury the hatchet. We wonder, though, how that meeting impacted his bail conditions. Number 8, Passion Java, Aimotara Namadi Mikira. But it's not the Namanyanga reputirwe, Chokwadi Chino Buddha Chet. He finally announced Otagarachi's Yuakare Kuti Akangwangur Wana Lili. They are no longer together. Yeah, Passion Java trended at number 8 this month. Munukanyanya Kwita show off, you obviously attract a lot of enemies. And Passion Java has a lot of them. And they are having the last laugh now. They are having the last laugh. Amarutoti Passion Java asnagana chai nacho. So he says, now Passion Java is an Uber driver who Cape Town. Don't know how far true that is, but well, that will be spectacular. Akuda spectacular. Kuda from the Adopeka what 25 million US. Kuda driver Uber. So people are having the last laugh. Those who dislike them, and one of them, their cheerleader, is this guy, Temba Gorimbo. He went to town about breaking up your passion. He's celebrating. I'm sure he's celebrating the breakup of Passion Java's marriage more than he celebrates his own wins. Well, there might be few, but he does win at times, and I'm sure the way he celebrates his own wins, it pales into significance comparing to how he is celebrating the fall of Passion Java. I'm United States. I'm now as my paper because my paper were hinged on the marriage to Lily Java, which is now broken down. Number 7, this story mirrors the story ya Passion Java yekuti kana shiri iri padenga denga, kana shiri iri pamusoro pemuti, it will be inviting a stone. Vanhu vakapinda mugovernment. I wonder why they don't learn. They don't learn kuti haudzirwa, afanira kunyanya kudzirwa. I thought they would have learned from the experience ya Jonathan Moyo. But, well, that's how we are as humans. We never learn. Haufaniri kunyanya kudzirwa because unoswera watonhorerwa. Sezvakaita Jenfan Muswere, Dr. Jenfan Muswere was demoted from the powerful post of Minister of Information to the insignificant post of whatever. It's so insignificant. I don't even remember what post they gave to him now. That's how insignificant it is. Jenfan Muswere kufarisa zvekuedza kudzinga hama yamukuru basi. Nkumana angafarisa. Angafarisa. It all started when he tried to sack this woman from the ZBC board. And there's no akapinzirwa phone yakanzi hey mkomana. Wakufarisa manje. Wakufarisa, let's clip your wings bijana. Yakatendera kwazvo muna February. Trending at number 6, the Chevrons. Our cricket team gave us a rare moment of jubilation as a sporting nation. Well done, the Chevrons, for going to the 2020 World Cup, not just to make up the numbers, but to compete as well. Well done, well done. I hope the Warriors were watching. And even those who rewarded the Warriors for failing to go past the group stage of the AFCON, I hope they were watching too. And I hope now they know what success really is about. The Chevrons might not have been very successful, but they recorded historic victories, especially against Australia. And most importantly, they progressed past the group stage, something that the Warriors have persistently failed to do. They progressed past the group stage and qualified for the Super 8, meaning the Chevrons are in the top 8 nations in the 2020 World Cup format. 2020 is a shorter version of the conventional 50-a-side cricket format. So 2020 is not the year, because obviously in 2026, 2020 are the overs, it's 20 overs aside, instead of the 50 overs, the conventional 50 overs aside, one-day international cricket. So to put into perspective the achievement of the Chevrons, imagine the Warriors. Yes, not the Warriors. Our Warriors. Imagine vachienda World Cup. The Warriors going to the World Cup and defeating the likes of Argentina and France. That's the equivalent of what the Chevrons did when they defeated Australia and Sri Lanka to finish the group unbeaten. That's an achievement that we should not underestimate. So if you didn't understand what the fuss was all about when Zimbabwe beat Australia, I am sure that little example explains it all. This is why our Chevrons trended at number 6 this month of February 2026. Trending at number 5, Mukuru atitaure nemazita. Mukuru asipicture tinoisa. Mukuru wakamboti inini I'm a lawyer. I'm a constitutionalist. And I'm a lawyer, what? I will not stay beyond my mandated 2 5-year terms. He said that explicitly. He said that, and we all saw, all of us, we saw through him. And it was duly confirmed this month when Cabinet backed draft legislation. And before Cabinet drafted the draft legislation that will change the constitution to extend the presidential terms from 5 years to 7 years. Before Cabinet did that, Mukura hapana pawakazomboapoza kuti no, don't do that. If he really did not want that to happen, well, he would have stopped it. No, I don't want. Swakwana. But well, it's a trend in Zimbabwe kuti you can never have enough of power. So the cabinet backed the legislation, which is a constitutional amendment bill. They call it Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, that should allow him to stay in office. Hanzi kuti vapedze zvakatanga. Zika nevamwe kana uchinyora exam yawanzi unofanirwa kupedza in 2 hours. Ukatadza kuipedza in 2 hours, you have failed, isn't it? Hapana paungazoti ndatadza kupedza ndipe another hour. No, you have failed. You're supposed to do it in 2 hours. 2 hours zikapera zikanzi pens down. Kana usati wapedza, that's it. That is it. So inyaya ichirongotsviriridza, but as we know, zvinongopera zvakadaro. After 7 years, kana vachirigona kumira, of course, we wish him good health and we're hoping that he will still be healthy enough to be in charge. And what I suspect is, after the 7 years, vachatizva havana kupedza, and sonke siyakwazi kuti kuzakwenzakala. Nxa umkhulu engathi kakaqedi akaqedi ukubhala asazi uyozalwa nkomoni.
I said stop writing. Will you stop writing?
Trending at number 4. This one is a sad story. 6th of February was a defining day for Zimbabwean men in particular, because on that day, Zimbabwe yakasara isina varume. Zimbabwe yakasara isina varume mushure mekunge murume 1 anokodzera title yekunzi murume mushure mekunge atisiya. Munhu 1 akakwatisa vene venyika and openly called for ED to go. Pasina kurova imbwa yakaviga mpinyi zvaitwa nababa Juku. That man took his last breath on the 6th of February 2026. Blessed Gesa died of cancer in a Johannesburg hospital, and sadly, the government decided to treat his death as a non-event. He might not have been accorded hero status and not buried at the Heroes Acre, but that does not take anything away from the fact that he was one of Zimbabwe's true liberation heroes. He helped liberate Zimbabwe from colonial rule and died trying to liberate Zimbabweans, this time from one of their own. What a hero. What a man. Rest in peace, Gamba Remagamba. Now, the 3 stories that trended the most in the month of February 2026. Number 3. This is a perfect example of stupid. Malloti was scheduled to make a first ever performance in the UK in April. But as usual, she shot herself in the foot. Pagara, there were mixed feelings over her appearance at a family show, with a lot of people questioning the morale yokuti munhu asingapedzi sentence asina kutaura kuti well, kana neni ratondiremera wediroro onzi anoperforma pafamily show. Kana mapromoters acho, I wonder kuti what were they smoking sure. Y2K made a name for themselves. They're a big brand. They are a big brand. And I promoted the likes of Oliver Mtukudzi, now promoting Malloti for a family show. Chirudzi church. Anyways, Malloti is meant to travel to the UK to perform. And then akutuka fans are performing. Who does that? She's calling them Manes Eze Chinerera. And Predictably, it didn't end well. It didn't end well. Atapurana no mwaka asingare meru one mashoko arojadzisira. Umwaka anonzi. So as we speak, Malloti akudiwa South Africa kwakasiya paramura robberies, and she's no longer going to the UK. Ije akatsiridza kwazvo mwedzi waFebruary, hence Malloti trended at number 3. Trending at number 2 in the month of February. Iye achiri kutenderera nhasi uno, and is likely to trend for as long as the gun is not found. Bellarmine Chatunga Mugabe, mukomana ari pama1. Ari pama1 kunyika South Africa, facing life imprisonment, accused of the attempted murder of his gardener. They tried to hide the evidence by hiding the gun, but that alone attracted a separate charge of obstructing the course of justice. And pakazobudawo kuti mukomana was in South Africa illegally. Zvinova zvakanyimisa bail. And zviri kunzi uyu uyu ndiye gardener akasvudwa uyu. And this clip was captured moments before the shooting. And ichi ndicho chikodzero chaanga ada kurayirwa mukomana. On a more serious note, mukomana pama1, because even the mom can't visit him in South Africa because mai vane dzavo dzautodirwa kuSouth Africa. Vakangotsika gumbo chete South. Now she will give company to her son in a prison cell. So Bellarmine's latest act of misdemeanor, which is probably the worst to date because it is likely to see him going away for a long, long time. Ankwasatita Mandela wikoko. Mandela because 27 zake ashai. Well, that latest act of misdemeanor trended at number 2. Now for the big one. The story that trended the most in February. The big story, the trending story of the month of February 2026 is a story that just shows everything wrong with us as humans. Zvinhu zvisina basa ndozvatinofarira kunyanya. I am sure ndine qiniso elokuthi undoda othiwa yena nguStrive Masiwa engavula iFacebook page yakhe namhlanje esithi he wants to give us the secrets behind becoming a successful businessman. Masiwa akavula Facebook page yakhe nhasi achiti ada kuti advisor on how he became successful, giving us the secrets of how he became successful. By the end of the week, he would not have hit 1,000 followers. That I'm sure. He would struggle to hit 1,000 followers. But this woman amassed more than 3 million followers in a few weeks for doing nothing other than opening her legs with no panties on. She calls herself Queen Nadia. This woman, she calls herself Queen Nadia. Others called for Facebook to shut her page down, and she even had the guts to call it a hustle. Hustle, she said she was hustling for a future. Hustle, come on. What kind of hustle is that? It's like, oh, my sure. And it is not a surprise that of all the stories that trended in February, she trended more than any other. A few once videos amassed more than 1 billion views in 28 days. 1 billion views in 28 days. More than 3 million subscribers, 3 million new followers, and more than 1 billion views. And analytics showed that she was viewed the most in the Middle East, in the United States, and in Nigeria. And what surprises me the most is who views such stuff? Who views it? Well, we all know the answer, that it's men. Probably some women do, because there are some women who might be interested in that, but the majority of them are men. And I put my money on the fact that the majority of those men are married men. They are married men who actually have a chance to view that at their pleasure in their own homes, but they would rather derive satisfaction from viewing such stuff on their phones, on their computers, and they are viewing someone else's private parts, someone else they don't even know, someone else who's across the globe. I don't know what is wrong with us as humans. Where are we going as a species? I wonder. And once you view that, what's next? What is next? What happens afterwards? What do you get out of it? It's a question whose answer I would invite you to let me know in the comment section. But for now, you have viewed once. Don't stop there. We do not restrict you from viewing this video just once. View it as many times as you can. And please, please don't forget to share, to subscribe, and to like. Till we meet again in the trending stories of the month of March 2026, I sign out and say, ciao. Please view not once.